Hello, all my fellow no-marks and pharaohs. Welcome back to the channel. I'm 7177 here, and I wanted to briefly go over the new patch that just dropped today for Pharaoh on June 6, 2023. And I would like to say right here in the beginning, if you haven't picked this game up already, it is on sale until the 12th of June. I believe it's 20% off. So if you've seen some of the content and you're interested and you want to pick it up, go ahead. Now is no better time than ever. But let's go ahead and get started. This patch, I guess I could say, is an upgrade for a lot of items and issues that really changes a decent amount of the stuff. It really makes it a lot better and kind of brings out some of the stuff that we wanted to see back in the original Pharaoh in this game now. So I'm not gonna go over every single item, but I'm gonna demonstrate some of them. So there are a bunch of new overlays. I'm gonna read them all first and we'll go over them. Bazaar overlay to display food access, a magistrate overlay to display courthouse access, problems, which is honestly one of my favorite. Risk of life collapse, crime, disease, and malaria. No road access. Buildings entry and exits are not connected. No access to the workforce. No raw material available for manufactured goods, which is fantastic if you're looking at it that way. No resources available for services buildings, like mortuary, scribal schools, libraries. So if they don't have beer or they don't have papyrus or something. And entertainers missing on performance venues. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So let's see here. So right here, first of all, is my favorite probably is problems. Just like in the original Pharaoh, you can see these all lack raw materials. Anything that's not flat mode, that's like this has an issue. Risk of collapse. Okay. What else? Let's see. No access to people to supply it with labor. That's interesting. I'm not sure that's a thing that should happen. It's military. Alright, we can see over here, no dancer. So that's problems overlay, and honestly, you can probably get by using that one a lot. I am very excited. Make sure you go in and hotkey that. You can go to your options, go to key bindings, and scroll down. Problems overlay. I'm going to go ahead and make mine T, because that's what it was before. There we go. Fantastic. Let's take a look at some of the other ones. So desirability has been there. Risks overlay. So we have like malaria. It'll show what houses have access, basically. Diseases for physician. Crime. That's your police house and courthouse. Architects. And fire risk. Fantastic. Now, Bazaar overlay is an interesting one. It'll show if they're getting enough food and stuff that they need to survive. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Does that mean that, like, they have plenty of food, they're full up on food, so I imagine as this goes down, the houses will turn yellow than red. So that'll be pretty interesting. And then magistrate, you can see here, courthouse access. Remember, your courthouse acts as a police station. If you have crime that is going on, they will not arrest them or fight them, but it can prevent it just like a police house would. So, a police station. So if you have a loop like mine or using a loop, a courthouse is not needed, or a police station is not needed if you have a courthouse, as long as it has full access. All right, I think that's all of those. Let's see, no raw resource, entertainment missing. Yep. So if we look at up here. Musician, dancer, zoo, all. Okay, so we can see like that. So that's pretty cool. All right, moving on. So yeah, remember, problems is probably going to be one of your best ones. So it'll pretty much give you all of the information that you really care about at a glance. So event management, with this new update, you can now manage which events will be displayed as notification, which should be hidden. Settings to be used in the option menu. Please note that requests, gifts, invasions cannot be hidden or displayed as, nor displayed as notifications. So they've also added new events such as a population milestone and a warning for the lack of a working dock when you open a water trade route, which is great because if you open a bunch of trade routes and you don't have a dock, it'll give you a warning. So let's go ahead and go into options then. See where we can find that. Notifications. Okay, cool. So we can see all of these that are here. Alright, I'll have to take a look and see if I want to change any of these individually and read through them all. Flat mode improvement. Okay, so now with flat mode, they still haven't put in rotation, and it doesn't look like they're going to. So they say flat mode just got better with this quality of life update. Starting today, you can flatten any building with a right click. So you can just right click on buildings individually to flatten them. So it'd be good if you have like a pyramid or something and you want to still be able to see around it without having to keep hitting flat mode like that. That's the only time I really see that personally for me being used, is if I want to like see around my grand pyramid or something. But I like seeing it built. It's interesting. Imagine somebody will get a use out of it. Burial goods are now displayed in the mission objectives and the rating overseer and in the information panel of monuments that require them. So that's good. I don't have one that needs burial goods for this mission. But if you did, it would show it here. It would show it in the monument one here. And it would also show it on the monument itself, which is good. Ferries. Now, this is a huge one. I can't use it in this map because I only have one ferry access, really. I guess if I did another one here, that it says that fixing bugs affecting ferries, something interesting occurred and they decided to keep it in game. So it's a bug, but it's a feature. Before the different pairs of ferries cross, they'd stop working. So after fixing this, they figured out that walkers are now able to shortcut their way across a ferry landing. So basically, if you have your ferries crisscross, or if you have multiple ferries, they will choose the shortest one, even if it's not the entrance and exit one. So if your ferry entrance, you have to place an exit when you first place it, they will now choose the shortest path. Which is pretty interesting. Now this next one I'm super excited for. It's called sleep mode. Now you can put to sleep mode all inactive buildings. Sleep mode is currently enabled by clicking on the ZZZ button displayed in the building user interface. If you don't want to shut down the entire industry, but you want to put to sleep a few buildings when lacking workers or temporarily over or underproducing certain resources, and you now have a great tool to do it. So I don't have, let's just say a trade route got shut down and I'm not importing flax anymore, but I don't want to destroy all these, but I want my workers back. So we could hit the ZZZ here, and you can see it is asleep. It has no workers, but this one has workers. So say I wanted to shut a couple of these down, and we should be able to see it. Yep. Here, and that'll help us instead of having to go back and destroy things. I think that's pretty cool. Like here, once this fills up, like say I'm not exporting sandstone. Only thing that happens is Pharaoh asks for it sometimes. So say I was full on sandstone and I don't need it anymore. I can take those workers back. And then there we go. City unemployment. There are too few jobs. Unless new jobs are created. Oh, come on, man. It's 7. But anyway. So we see how that works. That's pretty cool. I really like that sleep mode. I'm definitely going to be using that. I need to remember that. For when an industry gets full up or something, or I need to tone it back a bit. Level designs and mission events. So this is just a lot of bug fixes. Trade routes and stuff will open or close, and they've changed some things. So I'm gonna have the patch notes below. You can read all of them there. But basically, in many different missions, they have fixed trades and stuff like that. Various fixes and optimizations. So added mission type icon in campaign view when choosing monument or military focus quest. So when you're choosing whatever mission you want, you can tell which one is military monument. You don't have to pull up a wiki or something. Decrease cloud size. I know that's been a feature that people have asked for a lot. These clouds are sometimes annoying. I'm trying to do a tutorial or something, and the whole thing is just covered in clouds. All right, fix several things on storage to prevent stuck resources. That's good. I've noticed that a lot, that I get stuck resources. Like I'm no longer doing something with a resource, and it just sits there. At the so I'd have to destroy the bin or something to get those cart pushers back. Fixed overseer commerce when stockpiling. Okay. Fixed entertainment overlay with a Bass Temple bonus. That's good. Fixed animation update calls. Okay. Let's see. JSON to binaries. Houses now check upgrade once during the daily update. That's good. Instead of just like kind of constantly, so they'll upgrade like the next day kind of thing, and not Not how they do it. Hopefully that'll fix the whole, nope, desirability. I was like, hopefully it'll fix the desirability bug. I like how literally this spacious apartment is next to a 3x3 statue and everything, and it's like, its desirability sucks. No, it doesn't, dude. It'll if I unpause, but you'll get like a flash of unemployment and reemployment. It kind of sucks. Or, people moving out and then move back in. Yeah. That's a known bug that's been around like forever. Because it hasn't calculated all of the desirability and everything yet. Okay, let's see here. Corrupted walkers, okay. Okay, added new illustrations for calamity events, that's cool. Added new illustrations for some wraths and blessings, that's cool. The game now prevents unpausing using spacebar when full screen events are displayed. Okay, that's cool. So if you have the full screen events and you're trying to close out of them, it won't unpause while that thing's up and your game's running in the background. Fix minimap blocking click when reduced. Oh, okay. So yeah, you couldn't click through the minimap when it was reduced. It was still there, it just wasn't there. That makes sense. Fix display in the Nile, which reach. Okay, one tile. Drop down menu displaying empty instead of buy in the bazaar using your face. Okay. Interesting. And fix title screen music that wouldn't loop or play again. Okay. Increased animation menu speed. That's nice. And added the quick load button to the main menu. So those last two are kind of cool. If you're like me and you're having to constantly go into missions and all this, like when I have to switch a bunch, increased animation. Let's go ahead and restart the main menu. That was so much faster. Now, okay, wow, that is quite nice. 'Cause it was longer. They cut it down by a second or two. Let's see here, we got them all. So we're working our way up. We're almost done with Ramses a second. Now, one thing that's cool is if we go all the way back to home, continue, which is new, basically. You no longer have to go into that mission and load and everything. However, I will say that it will automatically... There is an issue with this that it will automatically choose the last mission. So, like, Abu Simbel, the mission that I'm on now here. Okay, 100 people. I've already completed this mission. Like, I'm done. You know? So, I need to move on to the next mission. So, that's kind of an issue. Because now I basically have to go back to the main menu. And then go to campaign. And then we'll see here, now we can select our next mission. Okay, there's our monument right here, our monument thing over that. Let's take a look at some of the other ones. Let's go back to... Oh, well, that's not going to show me right now. Okay, so those are the highlights of that, really. That, honestly, I think it's a step in the right direction. We're still waiting on the military update so we can control our military again. They say they're working on it. I hope they... follow through. I know that's the one that's probably... That and rotation are two of the biggest things that are requested. So it is going in the right direction. I'm glad to see they're working on it. Some of the things are kind of like, huh, neat. I like the ferry thing. I'm going to have to play around with that. That'd be really cool on like the Sea People mission and stuff like that, where you just have all that coastline and places to move around. So, but all right, guys, I'm 777 here. And once again, this is Pharaoh A New Era. This is June 6th. It is on sale till the 12th of June for 20% off, so pick it up if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.